Namaskar. We welcome Sri Santosh Kumar Tripathi, Vice Chancellor for Human University, Chairman Postgraduate Council, and all the faculty members and scholars of this university. Today's episode of Pokemon University Intermodal Lecture Series. ଆପଣମାନେ ଜାଣିଥିବେ ଗଲାଥର ଆମେ এই ইন্টারমোডাল লেকচর কেমতি আরম্ভ হয়েছিল সে বিষয়ে গোটে পদ কইଥିଲେ আজি আরো 21 ହେଇଯାଇଛି ଆଉ 21 ରେ ନାମକରଣ ବି ହେଇଛି ଆଉ ତା ନାମ ହେଲା ମନ୍ଥନ ଏତିକି କହିବି ମୁଁ ଆଉ ଏବେ ଆଜି ଆମେ ଶୁଣିବୁ ଆମର ଯୋଉ ସ୍ପିକର ଅଛନ୍ତି सुभलक्ष्मी चौधरी मैडम आउ तांको विषय रे ब्रीफली दुई तीन लाइन अछि कहबी तापर मैडम Madam Chaudhary is an assistant professor of sociology since 2025 in our university and she holds MA in sociology and qualified UGC NET. Her academic interests including Indian sociology, social change, tribal livelihood, education, indigenous knowledge system. She has published research articles on different issues including Sanskritization, social change, indigenous medicine among the tribal communities in Odisha. So we welcome Madam Chaudhary for today's lecture.
Thank you. A very good afternoon to all present here. Most esteemed Vice Chancellor Sir, Shri Jukta Santosh Kumar Tripathi Sir, absent here. Chairman Postgraduate Council Professor Santosh Kumar Agrawala Sir, Coordinator of this program Dr. Ravi Sir and Dr. Biswajit Sir, all my respective teachers present in the inaugural lecture. I am extremely happy to express my deep sense of gratitude to our Vice Chancellor Sir for introducing this inaugural lecture for the faculty members at our university. I am also grateful to our Vice Chancellor Sir for giving me this opportunity to present my topic on lifestyle and diseases, issues and challenges. There has been epidemiological transition from communicable diseases to non-communicable diseases. In the past, public health mainly focused on controlling communicable diseases through sanitation and vaccination. Communicable diseases such as malaria, HIV/AIDS, chickenpox, cholera, TB. Today, major public health challenge is preventing and managing non-communicable diseases. Non-communicable diseases such as cardiovascular diseases, cancer, chronic respiratory diseases, type 2 diabetes. Around 75% of global death rate are now caused by non-communicable diseases. In Indian context, death due to non-communicable diseases around 63%. In the context of Odisha, death due to non-communicable diseases 42%. Outline of my presentation: social significance of health, concept of disease and disorder, conceptualizing lifestyle, relationship between lifestyle and diseases, social issues and challenges of lifestyle and diseases, strategy for prevention, important life relation on lifestyle diseases, concluding remarks. These slides highlight social significance of health. From a sociological perspective, health is not merely absence of disease. According to World Health Organization, health is state of complete physical, mental and social well-being. Today we also include spiritual and emotional well-being is the main dimension of health. Health is multidimensional. It includes physical fitness, mental stability, emotional balance, social relationship. These dimensions are interconnected and imbalance in one affects other. Health is the foundation of well-being. A healthy person is more productive, can participate actively in society, and enjoy a better quality life. Sociologists argued that health and illness are socially constructed. People understanding of what is considered healthy or unhealthy differs according to culture, beliefs, traditions, gender, and social norms. Health is set by social factors such as education, income, occupation, housing, sanitation, nutrition, gender, and access to health care. These determinants often influence health more than medical treatment alone. Health and society are closely interconnected. Society influences people's health through lifestyle, environments, social inequalities, while healthy population contributes to economic growth, social development, and national progress. Health is both a goal and indicator of development. Countries with healthier population generally experience higher productivity, lower poverty, and better human development outcome. In this slide, we will understand what is disease and disorder from a sociological perspective. Disease is not only a biological condition but also a social phenomenon. The way people perceive, experience, and respond to illness is greatly influenced by society and culture. Disease is a medical condition with a specific biological cause, whereas disorder is a disturbance in normal functioning that may or may not have clearly identified biological cause. In simple terms, every disease is a health problem, but not every disorder is a disease. For example, hypertension is a disease, anxiety is not a anxiety is a disorder. From a sociological perspective, disease is socially constructed. This means that society influences how diseases are defined, understood, and treated. Cultural beliefs, religion, tradition, gender norms, and social values shapes people perceptions and perception of illness. For instance, mental illness is highly stigmatized in many societies. There is a reciprocal relationship between society and diseases. Social construction such as poverty, inequality, education, occupation, sanitation, and lifestyle significantly affect health outcome. At the same time, disease influence society by reducing productivity, increasing health costs, affecting family and community life. Modernization and globalization and industrialization have changed our lifestyle. While they have improved our lives in many ways, they have also increased unhealthy habits, processed foods, stress, tobacco use, and pollution. This has led to rise in lifestyle diseases such as diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and heart disease. In this slide, we will understand what is lifestyle. Lifestyle refers to patterns of habits, behavior, attitude, and daily activities that characterize an individual's way of living. It includes our dietary habits, physical activities, sleep patterns, work culture, leisure activities, sleep patterns, substance use, and social interaction. Lifestyle plays an important role determining an individual health status prone to disease. ଆମର ଯୋଉ ଭାରତୀୟ ଜ୍ଞାନ ପରମ୍ପରା ଅନୁସାରେ ବ୍ୟକ୍ତିର ସୁସ୍ଥ ଜୀବନ ଶୈଳୀ ସାଧାରଣତଃ ଚାରୋଟି କାରକ ଉପରେ ନିର୍ଭର କରେ। ଗୋଟେ ହେଉଛି ଆହାର, ଆମେ କ'ଣ କେଉଁ ପ୍ରକାରର ଖାଦ୍ୟ ଖାଉଛେ ଆଉ କେମିତି ଖାଉଛେ। ବିହାର, ଆମ ଦୈନନ୍ଦିନ ଜୀବନର ଜୀବନଚର୍ଯ୍ୟା। ଆଚାର, ଆମ ନୈତିକ ବ୍ୟବହାର ଆଚାର। ବିଚାର ଅର୍ଥ ହେଉଛି ବ୍ୟକ୍ତିର ମାନସିକ ଚିନ୍ତାଧାରା। এই চাରୋଟି କାରକ ମଧ୍ୟରେ ସନ୍ତୁଳନ ରହିଲେ ବ୍ୟକ୍ତିର ମାନସିକ, ଶାରୀରିକ, ଶରୀର ସୁସ୍ଥ। This slide see major indicators of lifestyle. First indicator is occupation. What type of work we do? For example, sedentary work. Income determines purchasing power, access to nutrition, food, quality healthcare, education, better housing, Higher income generally provides better housing. Education improves knowledge, awareness about healthy habits. Educated people usually better informed about nutrition, hygiene, disease prevention, and healthcare service. Second, consumption pattern: how people spend their money and what they consume. Excessive spending on processed food, luxury goods, and unhealthy products can negatively affect health. Food habits include our dietary choice, eating patterns. A balanced diet promote good health, whereas excessive junk food, sugary, and fat increase the risk factor of obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. Then health behavior includes regular exercise, health checkup. Positive health behavior reduce the risk factor of lifestyle diseases. Then leisure activities such as sports, travel, and creation help reduce stress and improve mental well-being. In social relationship improves family life, so social participation improves our mental health and emotional well-being. In cultural participation and media and technological use, religious and moral value, environmental behavior. Dimension of lifestyle in sociology. This slide explains major dimension of lifestyle in sociology. First, economic dimension includes a person's income, occupation, and wealth. This determines living condition, access to nutrition, food, quality healthcare, and educational opportunity. Second, the social dimension includes family, social networks, social class, and social status. Family habits, peer groups strongly influence our daily behavior, such as eating patterns, physical activity, health-related decisions. Third one is cultural dimension, refers to value, beliefs, tradition, and taste. Culture shapes our food preference, health practice, clothing, and everyday lifestyle choice. Fourth is physical dimension, include physical activity, dietary habits, healthcare practices. A healthy lifestyle with regular exercise, a balanced diet, and preventive healthcare reduce the risk of lifestyle diseases. Finally, the psychological dimension includes attitude, aspiration, self-identity, life satisfaction, positive mental health, motivation, and effectiveness. Stress management help individual maintain healthy behavior. This slide shows how different lifestyle behavior are directly linked to various lifestyle diseases. First, unhealthy dietary, such as consuming excessive fast food, sugary drink, are mainly cause risks for obesity, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease. Second is physical inactivity or sedentary lifestyle contributes to obesity, type 2 diabetes, depression, and osteoporosis because regular physical activity is essential for maintaining physical and mental health. Then tobacco consumption is major risk factors for lung cancer, oral cancer, and coronary heart disease. Excessive alcohol consumption can lead to liver cirrhosis, stroke, hypertension, various mental health problems. Stress and poor health increase the risk of hypertension, diabetes, anxiety, depression, sleep disorder, and cardiovascular disease. Therefore, stress management is an important part of healthy lifestyle. Sleep deprivation affects body's metabolism, immunity system, increase the risk of obesity, diabetes, hypertension, and depression. Environmental lifestyle factors such as air pollution, poor living condition, increasing the risks of respiratory diseases, cardiovascular diseases, allergy, and cancer. This slide highlights the major issues and challenges of lifestyle diseases. First one is health inequalities. Not everyone has equal access to healthy foods, quality healthcare, safe working condition, and financial security. As a result, people from lower groups are at a risk of developing lifestyle diseases. Second one is economic burden of lifestyle diseases is very high. Patients often spend a large amount of medical treatment, experience reduced productivity, lost household income, and may even fall into poverty due to long-term healthcare expenses. Cultural challenges also plays an important role. Traditional beliefs, reliance on alternative healing without proper medical advice, stigma, and misconception can delay diagnosis and treatment, making disease more severe. Final digital lifestyle, emergent modern challenges, excessive use of smartphones, computer, and other digital device can contribute physical activity, obesity, eye disorder, sleep disturbance, and anxiety and social isolation. In major challenges, social and cultural behavioral change. It had to change old lifestyle habits. Knowledge cannot change behavior because our habits are influenced by our family, society, and everyday life. In second, health literacy, many individuals remain unaware about early symptoms, risk factor, preventive practices, importance on regular screening. Third one is healthcare infrastructure. Primary healthcare gives more importance to treatment than prevention. People do not receive enough counseling on how to prevent diseases. Then fourth one is commercial determinants. Food companies strongly promote unhealthy foods, especially children. Processed foods, sugary drinks, and tobacco products are easy to buy and available almost everywhere. In policy implementation, India has started national programs to prevent and control non-communicable diseases. However, these programs still face many challenges. First one is shortage of healthcare workers, lack of enough funds, differences in healthcare service between rural and urban area, weak monitoring system. Strategy for prevention in individual level. We maintain a balanced nutrition, regular exercise, stress management, adequate sleep, avoidance of tobacco and alcohol consumption. In community level, we provide health education, school-based intervention, community fitness programs, comments, self-help group, workplace wellness initiatives. In government level, strong public health policies, taxation on unhealthy products, food labeling, regulation, pollution control, universal health coverage, and health level, healthcare level, routine screening, lifestyle counseling, family center care, integrated management of chronic diseases. Life lessons on lifestyle diseases. स्वास्थ्य गोटे दिन में सुधरे नहीं प्रतिदिन बढ़ी उठे आमर प्रतिदिन खाद्याभ्यास व्यायाम निद्रा और मानसिक स्थिति और दैनिक अभ्यास मिसी आम स्वास्थ्य को बढ़ी थाए वर्ष वर्ष धरी होइथिबा अवहेला को केवल किछि दिनर चिकित्सा रे पूर्ण करा जाय पारे नाही प्रतिदिन छोट छोट भल अभ्यास भविष्यतर सुस्थ जीवनर मूलद्वार शृंखला और संयम हेउछि दीर्घायु चाबिकाठी सुस्थ और दीर्घ जीवन पाई नियमित जीवन शैली अत्यंत आवश्यक संतुलित खाद्य नियमित व्यायाम धूमपान और मद्यपान दूरे रहिबा समयानुवर्तिता एवं संयम दीर्घायुर भित्ति अत्यधिक किछि नुहे संयम ही स्वास्थ्यतार सर्वोत्तम मंत्र चाप अनिवार्य किंतु मानसिक कष्ट को नियंत्रण करि जीवन में कार्य चाप पारिवारिक दायित्व और भिन्न समस्या आसिबा स्वाभाविक किंतु दीर्घ दिन अनियंत्रित मानसिक चाप अनेक रोग
तब सुगुणामि जाके तब सुवासिस मांगे गाए तब जय माता जय मंगल गाए जय भारत माँ के विधाता
ଚାପ ଅନେକ କାର୍ଯ୍ୟ କିନ୍ତୁ ମାନସିକ କଷ୍ଟକୁ ନିୟନ୍ତ୍ରଣ କରିହେବ। ଜୀବନରେ କାର୍ଯ୍ୟଚାପ, ପାରିବାରିକ ଦାୟିତ୍ୱ ଓ ଭିନ୍ନ ସମସ୍ୟା ଆସିବା ସ୍ୱାଭାବିକ। କିନ୍ତୁ ଦୀର୍ଘ ଦିନର ଅନିୟନ୍ତ୍ରିତ ମାନସିକ ଚାପ ଅନେକ ରୋଗର କାରଣ ହୋଇଥାଏ। ଧ୍ୟାନ, ଯୋଗ ଓ ପ୍ରାଣାୟାମ, ସମୟର ପରିଚାଳନା ଓ ପରିବାର ସହ ସମୟ ବିତାଇବା ଚାପ କମାଇବାରେ ସାହାଯ୍ୟ କରେ। ସମସ୍ୟାକୁ ନୁହେଁ, ସମସ୍ୟା ପ୍ରତି ଆମର ଦୃଷ୍ଟିଭଙ୍ଗୀକୁ ପରିବର୍ତ୍ତନ କରିବା ଆବଶ୍ୟକ। ଚିକିତ୍ସା ପ୍ରତି ସାମୂହିକ ଦୃଷ୍ଟିଭଙ୍ଗୀ ଗ୍ରହଣ କରନ୍ତୁ। ସ୍ୱାସ୍ଥ୍ୟ କେବଳ ସୁସ୍ଥ ରହିବା ନୁହେଁ, ଏହା ଶାରୀରିକ, ମାନସିକ, ସାମାଜିକ ଓ ଆଧ୍ୟାତ୍ମିକ ସୁସ୍ଥତାର ସମନ୍ୱୟ। ସଠିକ୍ ଖାଦ୍ୟ, ମାନସିକ ସ୍ୱାସ୍ଥ୍ୟ, ବ୍ୟାୟାମ, ସାମାଜିକ ସମ୍ପର୍କ ଏବଂ ଆବଶ୍ୟକ ସମୟରେ ଚିକିତ୍ସା ଏସବୁ ମିଶି ଏକ ସମ୍ପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣ ସ୍ୱାସ୍ଥ୍ୟ ଗଠନ। ରୋଗର ନୁହେଁ, ରୋଗୀର ସମ୍ପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣ ଜୀବନକୁ ଚିକିତ୍ସା କରିବା ଦରକାର। ଖାଦ୍ୟ କେବଳ ଶକ୍ତିର ଉତ୍ସ ନୁହେଁ, ଏହା ଶରୀର ପାଇଁ ଏକ ସୂଚନା। ଆମେ ଯେଉଁ ଖାଦ୍ୟ ଖାଉଛୁ ତାହା ଆମ ଶରୀରର କୋଷ, ହରମୋନ, ରୋଗ ପ୍ରତିରୋଧକ ଶକ୍ତି ଓ ବିଭିନ୍ନ ଜୈବିକ ପ୍ରକ୍ରିୟାକୁ ପ୍ରଭାବିତ କରେ। ଫଳ, ପନିପରିବା, ଡାଲି, ସମ୍ପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣ ଶସ୍ୟ ଓ ସନ୍ତୁଳିତ ଖାଦ୍ୟ ସୁସ୍ଥ ଜୀବନର ମୂଳ ଆଧାର। ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଖାଦ୍ୟ ହିଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଭବିଷ୍ୟତ ସ୍ୱାସ୍ଥ୍ୟକୁ ନିର୍ଣ୍ଣୟ କରେ। ନିଦ୍ରା ବିଳାସିକ ନୁହେଁ, ଏହା ଜୈବିକ ଆବଶ୍ୟକତା। ପର୍ଯ୍ୟାପ୍ତ ଓ ଗୁଣାତ୍ମକ ନିଦ୍ରା ଶରୀରର ମସ୍ତିଷ୍କକୁ ବିଶ୍ରାମ ଦେଇଥାଏ। ନିଦ୍ରାର ଅଭାବରେ ମଧୁମେହ, ମୋଟାପଣ, ଉଚ୍ଚ ରକ୍ତଚାପ, ଅବସାଦ ଓ ରୋଗ ପ୍ରତିରୋଧକ ଶକ୍ତି ହ୍ରାସର କାରଣ ହୋଇପାରେ। ସୁସ୍ଥ ନିଦ୍ରା ହେଉଛି ସ୍ୱାଭାବିକ ଔଷଧ। ନିଜର ସ୍ୱାସ୍ଥ୍ୟ ସଂଖ୍ୟା ଜାଣନ୍ତୁ। ଅନେକ ରୋଗର ଲକ୍ଷଣ ବିନା ବର୍ଷ ବର୍ଷ ଧରି ବଢ଼ିଥାଏ। ତେଣୁ ନିୟମିତ ଭାବେ ରକ୍ତଚାପ, ରକ୍ତରେ ଶର୍କରାର ପରିମାଣ, ଓଜନ, କୋଲେଷ୍ଟ୍ରଲ୍ ପରୀକ୍ଷା କରିବା ଉଚିତ। डिजिटल प्रजुक्ति विद्यार अत्यधिक व्यवहार कमाନ୍ତୁ। मोबाइल, कंप्यूटर, सोशल मीडिया अत्यधिक व्यवहार आखिर समस्या, मानसिक चाप, निद्राहीनता, शारीरिक निष्क्रियता और सामाजिक दूरता को बढ़ाइଥାଏ। प्रजुक्ति को व्यवहार करନ୍ତୁ किंतु प्रजुक्तिर दास हुଅନ୍ତୁ ନାହିଁ। स्वास्थ्य केवल व्यक्तिगत नुहे, यह एक सामाजिक दायित्व। सुस्थ समाज गढ़िबा पई प्रत्येक नागरिकଙ୍କର दायित्व रहिଛି। परिष्कार परिवेश, स्वच्छता, टीकाकरण, स्वास्थ्य सचेतनता, संतुलित खाद्य और नियमित व्यायाम केवल निज पई नुहे, समग्र समाजर कल्याण पई आवश्यक। जने सुस्थ व्यक्ति एक सुस्थ परिवार गढ़ନ୍ତି। सुस्थ परिवार मिसी एक सुस्थ समाज और सुस्थ राष्ट्र गढ़ନ୍ତି। आजिर अभ्यास आसंता कालीर स्वास्थ्य को गढ़े सुस्थ जीवन कौन गंतव्य स्थल नुहे, यह एक निरवंत जीवन यात्रा। Concluding remarks: lifestyle diseases are increasing because of unhealthy habits, changing lifestyles. These diseases can be prevented by healthy eating, regular exercise, avoiding tobacco and alcohol consumption, and creating awareness. Prevention is better than treatment, and everyone has a role in building a healthier society. कवितार शीर्षक जीवन शैली और रोग। जीवन गतिर यही जुगरे बदली जाए दिनर धारा। अनियमित खाद्य अभ्यास रोग आसे करिसार। सकाळे विलंबे उठू आमे व्यायाम को करू अवहेला। मोबाइल और परदा आगरे काटू थाओ दिनर मेरा। तेल मसाला भरा खाद्य फास्ट फूड रे मन लगाओ। शरीर देउथाय सतर्क बार्ता तथापि ताहाको न बुझु। मधुमेह, रक्तचाप, हृदरोग धीरे धीरे करे आक्रमण। अस्वास्थ्यकर जीवन शैली हुए एहार मूल कारण। सुस्थ जीवन चाहूं जदि नियमित हेउ आहार, व्यायाम, योग और ध्यान सह रखिबा देहକୁ सदा सुंदर सचेतनतार दीप जलाई सुस्थतार पथे चालिबा सुंदर जीवन सुस्थ शरीर मिसी समस्ते गढ़ी।
now the house is open for the discussion. Questions and answers.
Last but one slide. Spelling mistake होते हैं
Thank you, madam, for nice presentation. Do you think the large population is responsible for the disease? Because for large population, demand is high, so we are using chemicals, pesticides for production of more production in agriculture and food. Also, sufficient milk is not available, so we are using chemicals for milk production. So now foods are not healthy. Which foods you are telling healthy food, fruit, vegetable, milk, they are nowadays they are not healthy food.
I'm saying organic correct.
So this is my question. Do you think that large population is responsible for the disease?
Yes.
So,
That is kind of your opinion. What's the strategy you are putting? Prevention, preventive strategy. One of the government initiative, right? So many schemes are there. Okay? A lot of issues are there. Yet it is not in, what you can say, not properly addressed. So what would be your opinion that which strategy would be better with respect to the existing policy so that it can reach out to the common people and things can be taken care of in right direction?
First of all, sir, गवर्नमेंट रो भी गोटे अछि कि यूनिवर्सिटी कोन से स्कूल पाखरे किछि भी अल्कोहल की इसु तबाकू जो यूज करछन सेटा बिक्री होतन जेबी सेटा बिक्री होछ सेथि पय वी पीपल आर रेस्पोंसिबल.
No, I'm not talking about responsibility. Think of some strategy. How it could be boost up. Because that's the real issue. A lot of things we know what individuals we know. This way we will go, we will have a positive life. This way we will negative. Everybody is aware. It's educated mass. Those are illiterate or maybe unprivileged or not. The government message is not reaching out. Schemes are there. Beyond that, anything you can think of, any activities or any other things. I don't know. In your social perspective. That way I'm
क्या क्वेश्चन अछि स्कॉलर माने के में अछंती क्वेश्चन क्या क्वेश्चन अछि
Makes sense. Thank you for your wonderful presentation. A basic query. The tribals are consuming more number of salt. Among the tribals in central India, they are consuming their salt intake is quite high, and that leads to hypertension. So, is the establishment doing anything to enlighten as well as educate the tribals in India? Thank you.
Can I respond to all these questions? So first of all, I would like to thank Subhalatmi for her wonderful presentation. And so far as the questions is concerned, what Pankaj sir was asking, in India we will find that, first I will come to Vivek sir's question, that whether population explosion is responsible towards the production processes through which we can, because long time back when Mihir sir was presenting about the different components of food, there also we were discussing that what type of food we can eat. That means whether vegetarian foods are okay or non-vegetarian foods are good for our health. That discussion was different. Here I think the link that she has tried her best to link with the two concepts, that how diseases are there. Basically, she is trying to focus on the lifestyle diseases. That means what are the factors that we can control or we can prevent those kinds of diseases. Second thing, what Pankaj sir was asking, that there are lots of policies and programs are there, various initiatives are taken by the government to promote, to prevent all those kinds of diseases. Starting from Unnat Bharat and Fit India program in our university also, we celebrate lots of fitness programs. But here the individual's awareness and consciousness plays an important. Right example is about your consumption of alcohol. Government is one hand giving license to all those kinds of players, so that lots of alcohol companies and lots of shops are being created. And simultaneously, what government is justifying, that we are creating revenues out of the alcohol that is being used for our social welfare purposes. But choice is ours, because what we have to take and what we do not want to take. Because there are lots of states like Gujarat, Kerala, they have completely banned alcohol. And also there are some other states where tobacco consumption is somehow protected. So here in the context of Odisha, we can think about our position, because state plays an important role. So, and also another question what Chandan sir was asking, see, so far as your food is concerned, your lifestyle is concerned, most of the factors we cannot control. But whatever is there in our hand, that we can control. From the social science perspective, we can say that how society plays an important role. There are lots of intervening variables are there that can be controlled, so that the preventive dimensions of medicine can be controlled. That is the, because hallmark of presentation what I could guess. And my suggestion to Subhalakshmi will be that as she is a student of sociology, you can give some sort of sociological theories for your work, because you have written only two definitions. I think Max Weber and Paulo Freire you have written. All those kinds of your concepts can be related. And also another good thing what I found is that you have given a kind of life lessons about what we should do and what we should not do. Thank you.
I just want to add something to what Pavitra sir said. The question was what food should be, what should be avoided and all. I think a lot of answer to that one can get by seeing what our ancestors did. I think the gut microbiome that develops pretty early in our childhood, and a child has no control over choosing the foods. When we are very little, we just eat what our parents feed us. So I think in a family we'll see that there are certain families with vegetarians and most of them majorly will be vegetarians. And if they eat non-veg, it won't suit them, they won't digest it well. It's just because the gut microbiome has developed in that way. So I think the easiest way to decide what should be, what one should eat and what not, depends on what our forefathers, what our ancestors have been eating. As we can see culturally also in different festivals, there are certain foods which are taken. Certain seasons when certain foods are taken. So fruits also, there was a question that so much of adulteration is happening, so much of things are mixed as far as fertilizers or pesticides are concerned. So local berries, local fruits that are very easily available, low cost ones. I think that is the easiest way to approach. That's the easiest approach. That's how I feel about it. Yeah, thank you.
Question ଅଛି?
ଯଦି ଏବେ ଆଉ କିଛି ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ନଥିବ ତାହେଲେ ଏବେ ମୁଁ ଚେୟାରମ୍ୟାନ୍ ସାର୍ଙ୍କୁ ଅନୁରୋଧ କରିବି ଆସି ସାର୍ଟିଫିକେଟ୍ ପ୍ରଦାନ କରିବେ।
Thank you, Subharashmi, for a nice presentation. I thank all faculty members and research scholars for their presence here. It is our second talk in our series. We are also planning to provide the format for publication. So, first publication from Dr. Shah, and second one, if you give, then we will go for that. So, I request the coordinator, please provide the format to the speakers. And the next talk is from Padmalita, Professor Padmalita Rautay. Madam, ठीक है सुनते हैं. Madam volleyball enjoy करते हैं. खेलेगा सब. खेलते हैं तो नहीं enjoy. समस्त को धन्यवाद. और हमें next week में फिर वैसे. Thank you.
This is the end of the program. Now I is forward. Brief.
ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ନମସ୍କାର ସମ୍ମାନୀୟ ସ୍ନାତକ ପରିଷଦର ଅଧ୍ୟକ୍ଷ ପ୍ରଫେସର ସନ୍ତୋଷ କୁମାର ଅଗ୍ରୱାଲ ମହୋଦୟ ଆଜିର ସମ୍ମାନୀୟ ବକ୍ତା ଶ୍ରୀମତୀ ଶୁଭଲକ୍ଷ୍ମୀ ଚୌଧୁରୀ ଅଧ୍ୟାପକ ଅଧ୍ୟାପିକା ଗବେଷକ ଗଣମାଧ୍ୟମର ବନ୍ଧୁମାନେ ଓ ଉପସ୍ଥିତ ସମସ୍ତ ସୁଧୀବୃନ୍ଦ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ଅପରାହ୍ନ ଆନ୍ତରିକ ଶୁଭେଚ୍ଛା ଆଜି ଜୀବନଶୈଳୀ ଓ ରୋଗ ସମସ୍ୟା ଏବଂ ସମାଧାନ ଶୀର୍ଷକ ମନ୍ଥନର দ্বিতীয় ইন্টারমোরাল ব্যাখ্যানর শেষর ধন্যবাদ জ্ঞাপন দেওয়ার সুযোগ পাই মু আজ নিজকে গর্বিত অনুভব করছি সর্বপ্রথমে আমার প্রিয় কুলপতি স্যার শ্রী সন্তোষ কুমার ত্রিপাঠী মহোদয়ଙ୍କୁ ধন্যবাদ অর্পণ করছি মু স্নাতকোত্তর পরিষদ অধ্যক্ষ প্রফেসর সন্তোষ কুমার অগ্রওয়াল মহোদয়ଙ୍କୁ তাଙ୍କର গারিমাময় উপস্থিতি এবং মূল্যবান অভিভাষণ পাই আন্তরিক ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি ধন্যবাদ স্যার আজির সম্মানীয় বক্তা শ্রীমতী শুভলক্ষ্মী চৌধুরী মহোদয়ଙ୍କୁ মু হৃদয়র সহ কৃতজ্ঞতা জনাউছি জীবন শৈলী ও রোগ সমস্যা এবং সমাধান বিষয়ে তাଙ୍କର জ্ঞানবর্ধক ও প্রেরণাদায়ক ব্যাখ্যান আম সমস্ত জ্ঞানকে সমৃদ্ধ করছি ধন্যবাদ ম্যাডাম এই কার্যের সফল আয়োজন সুচারু সমন্বয় পাই কার্যক্রম সংযোজক ডক্টর রবীন্দ্রনাথ বেহেরা মহোদয়ଙ୍କୁ কার্যক্রম সংযোজক আন্তরিক ধন্যবাদ জনাউছি ধন্যবাদ স্যার শেষে বিভিন্ন বিভাগের সমস্ত অধ্যাপক অধ্যাপিকা গণমাধ্যম বন্ধু গবেষক এই কার্যকে সফল করিবার সহযোগ করবার সমস্তଙ୍କୁ ମୋର আন্তরিক কৃতজ্ঞতা ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি ধন্যবাদ